Alrighty, attempt number 2. I just blew one of these up real bad. And yeah, I wasn't going to post that one. That one was real bad. So, we're going to jump right on into it. Right away. Because now I'm at least a little warmed up. At least I feel like I am. But yeah, I realize now I gotta say everything I said before over again. So this is another continuation of my Cahokia point cache series. I'm pretty sure I said too that I wasn't gonna not post, or I wasn't gonna not post my failures. That one was too bad to post. There wasn't anything to learn from that one. That one was just bad. So, we're going to try again. Because I need to make more of these. I don't want to not have any to post. Because this is a series where I can tell that I'd make one and then just not. What am I doing? That's crazy. Those are crazy looking things right there. It's one of those series where I'd make one and then I wouldn't want to make any more. But I've got to hold myself to it. Got to hold myself to making them points. I gotta at least. Oh my gosh, I'm falling apart. The other one had me frustrated. I will admit, I'm real frustrated right now because I did a stupid thing and then I couldn't fix it, and then I broke it. And I keep thinking like, ah, man, I probably could have fixed that in a slightly better way instead of doing something. Because it was I put in like just this enormous island in the middle of the point, and each subsequent attempt to try and remove that island then resulted in the point getting thinner and thinner and thinner until the one flake that did remove the island overshot it and dove in and ended up breaking it. So, I mean, I guess there could have been some argument of there would have been something to learn from posting that one, but it made me mad, so it doesn't get to see the light of day. And now, well, thanks to that video, I'm warmed up a bit. So I still really want to do this. I want to do this project. I want to see how it goes. I want to have at least a handful of points that are all of the same style. And out of this stuff too, because this is just really pretty glass, I will say. But I was doing pretty darn okay. My thinning was good, like it usually is with glass. I mean, it's pretty cooperative. And this Topo Chico bottle glass ain't bad at all. It is quite nice, I will say. It's not like super tempered, because I've run into some bottle glasses that are really tempered, and those can be just a pain in the butt because you get shattery and you'll get, they're also just like just horrendously messy, just so messy. Like bottle glass by itself is already like probably the messiest napping material, in my opinion. I understand why some beginners are trepidatious about using it. I mean, you gotta have like a place to work on it that will not be soiled for all of eternity due to the amount of glass that's all over the place. But if you can do that, you're good. But I have gotten more splinters and more like little pin prickers from bottle glass than I have any other material. I've had an evacuate get me good a couple times, but again, nothing compares to the bottle glass. It is just so messy. So messy. Also have a really fun bottle. Where is it? Where did I put it? It's got to be around here somewhere. There it is. It was like right by my foot, I was going to say. Look at the bottom on that thing. Jeez. That thing's like, hold on. That thing's like an inch thick. That's crazy. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. This is some Window Jane aged 10 years. I don't know what this was. Some kind of alcohol, but the bottom on that thing is enormous. I don't know what I'm going to make with that. Something. That was a gift from my new brother-in-law. My sister got married here not too long ago. I got a brother now. It's great. He's awesome. I love him. They are perfect for one another. But he supplied me with that bottle. And I was like, holy smokes, I'd never seen a bottle bottom that thick before. And he was like, yeah, me neither. So that's going to be a fun one. Let me know if you got any ideas for what you want to see me make with that. I should really ask him if there's anything specific he'd like for me to do. I just don't think he knows what I can do. That's the thing. He just didn't really have much of an idea, which, you know, makes sense. Oop, hold on, 1 second. Sorry, I had to grab something there. Okay, back to this. We gotta see here what we got going on. Because a big thing with these is you got to take care of that convexity first. And I think what I ran into before, which was causing me issues, I might have started on the top just a bit too early. Because the thing about bottle bottoms, or rather the thing about flakes just in general, they usually, by that I mean like 99% of the time, like to travel across curved surfaces. So this curved surface of the top of the bottle bottom, as it curves that way, flakes love running that way. However, in this convexity, flakes do not love running up, down into there. So I have to thin this before I really start to work on everything else. Or at least thin it to a point. Oh, both figuratively and literally. Ha! Because that's gonna determine, whoops, I gotta be careful. Because I'm not worried at all about running flakes up along that curved surface. I need to clean up the concavity of the bottom first before everything else. Or at least that's my method. It just makes it easier, and that's kind of what I learned, both from videos and when I was just starting. It was just easier, you know? Stuff worked a lot better. And if you attack the hard stuff first, then it's just done. And I mean, sure, you might have other things to worry about, but once that's thinned down there and you're able to get flakes to run where they need to go, you've taken a lot of stress off yourself, which is good. I'm getting real close. I can feel it. So I kind of want to start working on that tip just a little bit. How much headroom do I got? Tip room, rather. An okay amount. All right. I gotta be careful because I don't want to thin it too much or thin it wrong, because you can still kind of mess it up. That was really close to being an overshoot. That was really, really close to being an overshoot, but it just thinned that out. I will take that. But I'm working a lot of obsidian. I'm planning on doing a little point showcase video, because what I do when I nap, I try to make at least like 4 points, right? I try to make a batch of 4, and then I'll take my pictures and I'll go wander over to the Reddit and post them over there on the r/flintnapping subreddit. I moderate over there. We do monthly napping competitions. I supply those prizes myself. Just because I kind of think it's a fun way for the community to get involved and to try out new points and have a chance to win at some stuff. So we have details about that all posted over there. It's a good time. It's a pretty nice small community. I'd say check it out if you're in the flint napping space. Okay, I think I'm going to start thinning just a bit now from the top. So see how that flake just went beautifully up there? I want to make sure that those are abraded because I don't want to mess up. This is where I got caught up last time. I didn't have good travel and it left an island. Yeah, see, I didn't get that far last time. I got an island right in the middle. And I would at least like for my flakes to touch. That was a really good flake. Look at how far that one went. But yeah, you see how easy these long flakes travel over the curved surface. That's why, with a lot of the super duper fancy flake points, the ones that have the neat like parallel flaking and stuff, that's why it's so important to establish a nice, clean, consistent point profile, because it makes doing everything else just so much easier, because you're not working against things, you're kind of working with them, or rather you're working, see there's the island right there, or rather you're working with the dynamics of the flakes themselves. It's still kind of there, but I'm gonna roll with it. You're working with the the dynamics of how the flakes function themselves to set up and make those really nice clean patterns, because you can try to do it on like a randomly flaked point, and really kind of what it comes down to, if you're trying to get into that level of flaking, or at least from my experiences, here's me picking at it, which some people hate. I don't mind it, but then again, I'm also like a chronic flaker. Some people are chain smokers. I'm a chain flaker. I'll just sit there, flake at it, just non-stop for an obscene amount of time, way longer than is necessary, and that'll usually result in a couple different outcomes. The main one being a lot of itty-bitty step fractures that make me mad, or a very pretty, beautiful point that has all kinds of gorgeous features. See, we're getting that island again. I gotta watch out for that. Heh, took care of it. Fun. Okay, cool. See, I tried to do that last time, and the flake dove down into the middle and just killed it. So, That's why I was just kind of like, eh. I think I'm working a little bit faster than I was last time, though, actually. Yeah. I needed that warm up. I really did. Nice. Also very nice. You see, you can get these like really nice patterns if you can maintain that nice curved surface. And I think, excuse me, beg your pardon? Why you no cooperate? I feel like, sorry. I feel like my filming angle is just slightly off. Is that better? I think that's better. That feels better. It looks a little better too, I think. It also kind of gets it out of my way, which I like a lot. I don't like being crowded too much. I mean, if you saw my napping setup, you'd be like, what are you talking about, you psycho? You're like nestled away in between all these boxes in this severely cramped space. What do you mean you don't like being crowded? You're already crowded. I don't like the camera crowding me because it's in my junk, you know? It's like, right, well, you know, not like that, but it's all up in what I'm doing, and I don't like that. That drives me up a wall. Makes me go cuckoo. I don't want to go cuckoo. And it makes it especially hard when I'm trying to do something nice. And while I wouldn't say that these are like the nicest of the nicest Cahokia points, I need to at least exercise a certain level of quality control in order to make sure that they fit the look of one another, you know? Like, I want to make sure that the point cache is recognizable as all them being the same point. I don't want them to... That was close. That was really close. I almost went under my thumbnail. You got to be real careful when pulling flakes off a glass like that because it's so razor sharp. It'll not only like puncture into your thumb, it'll break off because the little flakes, they're so delicate. Like, it flakes so well, but my goodness, sometimes it's like getting into a flock of wasps, you know? Anybody who's napped glass, they can tell you it's messy. You know, that's another reason why I understand that some newbies don't really want to use it. Because, like, I know it's boring, but also not acknowledging the mess aspect. I almost did it again. Not acknowledging the mess aspect is just kind of dumb. Like, oh, use it, it's free. It's like, yeah, but you need to dedicate an entire nook of a spot. Hey, now. You need to designate an entire nook just to be able to really... Do I have a thumbnail yet? I don't know if I do. It looks to be a different shade of green if I'm not going completely crazy. What was I saying? I don't know. You just witnessed an ADHD moment right there. That was incredible. I was talking about something, but I noticed the colors were off, and my brain was just like, other stuff wasn't important. You don't need to remember it anyways. You just got to be concerned about the colors. Ooh, I don't want that step fracture to hang out. I want that step fracture gone. Ooh, and I want to be smart about it too. I can creep up on it just a bit closer here. I still got a good bit of width. Just I feel like I do on this side. I still have some of that concavity that's in there, but I don't think it's quite as bad. You can still see some of the original surface right there, that super duper shiny spot. I don't think I had any of that on this other one that I made. I did not. Okay, so I gotta thin through that already. I can do that. I just gotta be mindful. I don't wanna really try and send stuff that I don't have much confidence in. I also really don't want to restart this video or upload a failure. See, I just feel bad. I feel bad like I'm letting you guys down, you know? It's not cool, you know? I don't want to let you down. Yuck. That felt awful, but it did what I needed it to do. Oh, I don't want to do that again. And I'm not going to do it again because that was scary. That made something pucker. And no, I'm not sucking on any lemon candy. I do chew gum when I do this because it's just nice. I will say an interesting thing about doing that, I don't like that. An interesting thing about chewing gum while doing this, you get, what's the dealio? Can I help you? All right. I wasn't going to pull the pressure flaker out just for that one, but I had to. The interesting thing about chewing gum and doing this, you know what? I'm going to switch. Interesting thing about chewing gum and doing napping is that your gum gets crunchy after a while. Because, I don't know, you just get like rock dust and crap. How does it get in my mouth? Great question. I ask myself that every single time. And I don't really know. Because I have two fans on me right now. I have one fan that's over there. That's blowing the dust away from my face. And I have another fan behind me so that I don't die of extreme heat exhaustion. I'm thinking I might try to break out some of the pressure flakers to work on getting this shaped down just a bit more. Because sometimes this indirect stuff, when I'm getting to this point, gets me a little anxious. I don't want to do nothing stupid. Like that. That flake felt, that made my heart jump just a smidge. So I was like, ooh, damn. You're doing pretty dang all right, though, I'd say. Let's see here. I need this. Beauty. Took all that off right in there. I'm not going to mess with that. Okay. Yeah, how we doing? We're doing great. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm going to trim it up just a little bit. I can do this faster with pressure than I can with my indirect. Usually I do this with my indirect, but when I'm working bottle glass, sometimes this shaping sort of work that I'm doing right now, it doesn't go great, and I can like accidentally make a bunch of step fractures in a row or crush a bunch of junk, which is not good. You don't want to do that. especially when you're trying to be accurate. You don't want to give yourself more junk to worry about. And I'm going to have to keep referencing that point back and forth because I just want to make sure I'm sticking to it. While I have an idea in my mind of what I need to do, I still want to at least try why didn't that go? Something's funky. That's full of glass. Ooh, yeah, I can hear it. Yuckus. Ooh. You hear when it screeches like that? That means you're filing through stone instead of copper. That needs to go. You cannot have that on there when you're doing this. It will mess you up. Like, it just will. There's no real way around it. You got to make sure that you're not getting copper logged in your tools. Okay, let's get this. Not bad. Let's see, what else do we got? You go. Not bad. It also helps to have a nice fine abrasion stone too, especially with glass. Sometimes if you use something that's like super duper coarse, you give yourself issues. You'll abrade stuff away, take big chunks out of the edge. I have a set of diamond files as well. Those are also extremely helpful. That was a good one. It's a scary one, but a good one. Plenty of room. So we still got this section here. It's going to need to be taken care of. So I really kind of want to, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my pressure flaker back out again. I'm going to flake all this down. Make a lot of nice, really itchy dust. By doing that, I'm moving that center line down, which will hopefully allow me to shoot flakes up into here. That's what you got to do sometimes. This is a trick that I've kind of started doing. I didn't really do it before, and then kind of once I found out how to get it to do what I needed, it became a lot. It became a lot easier to take care of certain issues. It also wow, this one's not working. Usually I have good luck with that, but I'm just getting like a lot of crushing. And I don't know what that's about because I don't think it's the edge of this. Yeah, it's not the edge of this. It's something with that rod. You know, I think I know what's wrong. I think... One second, let me see. No? Beetle on me. Sometimes, you know, just through the repeated smacking and vibration, that set screw gets loose. And then the bit moves around. So when it grips, it doesn't stay stationary and it moves around, which can and will throw your flakes off. And it's gotten me a couple times where it's just like, dang it, I wish I would have known that's what it was. because it was, you know, annoying. But, you know, you learn. I learned. Let me look at this here. What do we got? What do we got to work with? Pop that off. That scares me. Something about this next flake I'm going to try to take scares me just a little bit. Why? You stinker. You stinker. See, normally I'd trim. Like that. I just, you know, this glass is delicate. It's delicate, it's dangerous. I don't want to do anything dangerous. That was stupid. Not even dangerous. That was just stupid. Why didn't that work? Oh my goodness. Don't do that to me. Oh no. There we go. That's what I needed. Sort of, kind of. There's still that lump that's in there. But once I kind of get this down to a certain point, I'm just going to start pressure flaking. So I don't want to go too crazy with it. I'm going to check my size again. Getting there. Getting real close. Thank you. Don't do that. That scares me, spooks me. Kind of made that really jagged now. Don't like that. There's that weird pop out that really threw me off. That was a nice one though. Where's my good diamond file? Why? What the heck? What's with the... There's a circular one, there's a circular one, there's another circular one. Where in the heck is my flat one? There. Pray for me. Oh! Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, yay, yay. Ay, yay, 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 yay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, we can still hold it together. We can still hold it together. Oh, no, no, no. We are done with that, and now we are only going to do pressure flaking. Crap, crap, crap. That's really bad. That sucks. This was going to be easy up until that happened. Dang it. I hate when I do that. Cookie Monster, he came back. He's like, what you got there? You got a cookie. I just took a bite out of it, and I was like, dude. Bro. Leave, dude. I just hope that that didn't spawn any other hateful weirdness that's hiding. I don't think I did something like that last time. Shoot, I need to zigzag that. Gosh, that sucks. That sucks so much. Oh, I hate when that happens, especially when I'm so close to the end. It's never easy. It's never just easy. It's like, oh, Cookie Monster's gonna come by and say hello. Tell him I'm not home. I don't want to see him. I want nothing to do with him. Bro comes knocking anyways. I think we're going to be okay though. Like I said, we're going to be squeezed for space. Like severely squeezed for space. This one might very well end up being a bit smaller. There is a very, very high likelihood that it does. After that, big old oopsie. I'm just going to be happy if we get one. So it might look a little bit different than the others. But hey, that is flint knapping for you. You can do a lot. You can try to manage a lot. And sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you're just straight up good. Sometimes the rock or the glass don't care. I had to check to see if this was in focus. I was like, oh, I did it again where I wasn't paying attention. I need to bring up my finer tipped flaker. Okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. It might be a little goofy. I think we got this. So long as nothing catastrophic doesn't happen. The flakes actually do what they're supposed to. See, and I can't even be mad if they don't. Because the thing about bottle glass is that it's super duper cooperative. If something goes wrong, chances are, like 99% of the time, it ain't the glass, it's you. So I can't even be outrageously mad if something else goes horribly wrong. So chances are it'll be on me. Looking for time, 38 minutes. Okay. Not the worst. I'll definitely be able to brush myself off. Again, this glass dust. I gotta make sure it doesn't get in my pants. It gets everywhere. It's just all over. Getting somewhere. Still got that original surface. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make that go away. I'm too anxious. I'm too anxious to use my precision flaker, but I kind of might have to because I really don't want that on there. We're getting close, boys. We're getting real close. Kind of working on profile consistency right now. Even if I can't end up getting rid of that bottom surface, I want it to at least look pretty, right? I can see the message keep popping up like, hey, back up, ding dong, you're too close. I don't want to back up, I want people to see. I want them to see what I'm doing. You all want to see what I'm doing, right? I'm assuming. Hope so. And we're just gonna have to bring it in a bit more. I'm gonna sharpen this tip up just a bit. See, it's getting just a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Just a little bit too rounded. I want to make sure I can grip it and rip it. That flake just ricocheted off my forehead. Oh, that's another thing too. Safety glasses are non-negotiable. Anytime that you work glass, it's just don't. Just don't do it. You will get so messed up. Your eyes will be like, if you don't wear glass, or if you don't wear safety glasses while working glass, I mean, I'm sorry, but you're just kind of an idiot. Sorry, not sorry. You're asking for it. Like, are you kidding me? This is the sharpest, nastiest stuff. Most brittle, splintery, dusty, with all the particles running around in the air. It is the worst of the worst. Don't be like some numbnuts and not wear safety glasses. It'll be a very swift and clear demonstration of play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Just flat out. I'm also just trying to bring this in just a bit more still. So I was seeing, and I was holding up my other one. We're getting there. Easy to make one heck of a nice Madison out of this. Yeah, the base is even a bit big still. I can thin some of that out, I think. Yeah. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I'm quite happy with it, actually. Still hanging out with some of the original surface. So close to getting rid of it. Will you guys kill me if there's just a little bit of it left? Because I'm too scared. Because I'm on edge. No. Come on, guys. Don't do this to me. Come on. Don't be afraid. Yeah. What are you focused on right now? That's another thing. I do apologize severely if this, if there's large sections of this video that are not in focus. I'm trying to focus on the point itself instead of the filming of it. I could still do another pass, I think. Those are two different shades of green, 100%. I'm not crazy. That's just true. Fascinating, really fascinating. I wonder why that is. I don't. Oh yeah, I started with like the imposter bottle because I did look like an imposter, and I was like, I remember that now. I was like, I don't trust you. She was the first one I used. What are you focused on right now? If it just flat out told me, that'd be nice. I've contemplated tricking the face tracking by like gluing a sticker of my face to my thumb or something stupid like that, you know? Just to have it so that the stupid autofocus actually stays where it needs to be instead of hopping around focusing on like Rumpelstiltskin or something. I don't know. I don't know where it focuses. It's dumb. It's so dumb. So focus on what I'm doing. It's the middle of the screen. It's nicely lit. There's motion, so you know something's going on. Why are you focusing off in the middle of the garage? I could still bring that up a good bit. I don't really want to make this one bigger. But I want to trim it back because I want them to be very similar in size. I also want to be very careful up there near the tip. I can shorten it up real easy. That side. Let's see. Do a very quick trim up on this side. What's risky about these trim ups is if Cookie Monster comes by and tells me that this thing looks delicious, he decides to take a bite. I have very little to help like fix that, you know? I'll be stuck. I accidentally... Is this water? What just fell? I'm confused. Am I sweating? I'm not sweating, I don't think. You know, this is very much like the sweat stage. I'm gonna resharpen my, you know, I'm gonna give myself a bit more copper as well. I'm gonna take my set screw. I'm gonna set that point down. I'm gonna take the set screw. I'm gonna do that. Screw, pull these out just a little bit. Yeah, that'll be a little bit better. Take her down. Tools go back. File comes out. 51 minutes. I think I'm gonna spend just as much time on this one as I did the other one. Go too crazy. Hold on. Glass is so cooperative that you can easily overshoot with just pressure flaking, which is crazy. But again, it's such a cooperative material. It just has no problem traveling, and I've put a lovely little step fracture right there on the edge, right where I don't want it to be. Lovely, wonderful, perfect. This biting fly is bothering me. Oh, see that? See how he runs when you take the paintbrush out? They know. They have shape recognition. People are always talking about birds being government drones. How about flies? Huh? How about that crap? Flies are in your business more than birds. Just because birds are scary? I don't know. I love birds. I think they're cool. Missed him. He flew past my face, laughing at me. Stinker. Ooh, I didn't like that. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up because this is getting the tedious phase. What do we need to do? What do we need to do to wrap this up? Probably shorten the base up. Just a little bit. You know what? Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Fine, I will do it. A new development also is that I gotta use the bathroom real bad. I was slamming water because I didn't want to be dehydrated. But since I'm out in my garage, I gotta walk all the way up into my apartment, which is a royal pain in the butt. I'm not doing this in my garage like attached to a house. Need to get me a cup or something. Okay, let's see here. I want to see right about there is where I'm going to put that notch. Put another one. right. I gotta get my handy dandy horseshoe nail. I am covered in itchy, awful glass. I also worry just a smidge because I didn't thin this super duper well. So I don't know how well this notching is gonna go. I will say too, sometimes steel doesn't work especially well for notching glass. It tends to shatter and crush. I notice that with copper. You just get a little bit more grace with it. Usually, the whole thing's blurry. Okay, I can't tell if it's blurry or if my screen's dirty. Oh, did you hear that? This one needs to... I got so much glass dust on me. Hold on. It's literally all over me. My entire body is itchy. My arm is bleeding onto my pants from just, you know, glass being glass and cutting everything it comes into contact with. Don't bend on me. And I gotta do the one in the middle too, don't I? It's getting so crunchy. Will that work though? I gotta check for symmetry here. I need to file down these just a little bit. And then I think we'll have it. I don't really want to keep trying to push my luck with that center notch. And I can sharpen the tip up a little bit too. Part of me almost wishes to do just a little bit more with those notches, but I don't think it's really possible. Might just round them just a little bit. More symmetrical. Go to the tip. Delicate. Very delicate. You know what I think we'll call that one good. It's gonna look different from the other one, ain't it? It's close. It's a little bigger. Slightly bigger near the base. But yeah, honestly, I'm fine with that. Let's take a look at it. Let's look at the flaking. Check it out. Just a little bit of that existing surface right there. But for the hurdles and that oopsie daisy, or Cookie Monster broke down my door like the Kool-Aid Man and took a bite out of my work, I'd say we'll accept it. Nice and thin compared to the other one. I think they're going to be about the same. Yeah, they're definitely about the same thinness-wise. That one's definitely a different shade of green. What the heck? That's so weird. Where did that come from? Huh. But we did her. Okay. Well, that's been part 2. Very nice. Great success. And there you go. Awesome. Well, I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for tuning in to part 2. There will be more of these on the way. Sweet. Take care. Peace.